What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more of our Markus Wulfhart Vortex campaign in Total War Warhammer 2. Picking up where we left off last time, we had a bit of a cliffhanger. Last episode was huge. We ended up doing a ton of the Wulfhart's Hunters quest lines, and we're getting so close. We also raised our hostility to huge levels. And somewhere on the map is an unbreakable stack of lizardmen. We have no idea where they're going. They've been going to Tlaxcalan this entire time. And we hope they continue going there because that is our stronghold from which we will fight them, hopefully. But for now, Luther has left the safety of the Awakening, has come out to meet us in open field, and we are going to crush him. I'm actually surprised the balance of power is this close. Hopefully I don't suck. I don't see that happening, though. The stack is unbelievably strong. All the buffs that we have in our Huntsmen, their missile damage is huge, 95 missile damage. Look at the green bar next to the missile damage stat. That's all stats that they don't normally have. So, we'll take up a nice high ground position. We'll focus targets as well as we can. I'm looking to see, we do have the ability to Vanguard deploy our entire army. So we might do that with our Reichsguard and look to take out their artillery perhaps. But I don't even think the artillery is going to be that big of a threat. It might even just be better to deploy as far back as possible. And let the steam cannon be the one that sits out front. I think that's going to be the play. And we could always put the Reichsguard way out on the wings and see if they'll let us flank them. But there's too much good open field here for us to really... Yeah, I think we're going to go over here. No, I don't like that terrain. This might even be better. Just straight up corner camp. Shoot them as they funnel in through here. Kind of like that. Let's just see. This maybe isn't the best formation, but it should be pretty strong. We've got the rocks here to protect us. We can, the collision with the rocks. If we get any closer, I think it'll just mess up. Yeah, that's the edge. Get the halberdiers out front. And pardon my my slowness, guys. I've been in the hospital for like the last 2 days, and it has not been fun particularly. And I'm feeling not under the weather exactly, but well, that's probably a fair way to say it. I'm feeling pretty under the weather. I just want to get these guys hidden. I want to get them in a position we can just stack them one on top of the other. That way, when they start coming down here, we can flank them with our artillery. Or our cavalry, rather. We'll use the steam tank to try and bait them into combat. We can also use Kalara. Use all of them, actually. Let's try that. They all have the ability to shoot from range, of course, but they don't all have the ability to fire while moving is the big thing. So, let's toggle off skirmish mode. I don't think any of these guys are going to be fast, so we could probably just snipe them. And we can also bring up the steam tank. Check out the ranged here. Let's make sure we got a decent line of sight. Stay close. Now she has the best range. There we go. Trying to get the most out of our characters. And then they have really weak range. They can probably shoot as people come into take us out. Maybe we just put them up. The problem is they're not particularly fast. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and start the battle. So we'll amber bow somebody. Let's just do it to Luther Harkin. Arrows of Kronos. We'll shoot up here as well. I like to use it on multi-target units. I'm not sure who even that was that shot. The amber bow completely whiffed. Perfect. Get rid of the carronade. We'll move up here to do that as well. Give everyone their reload accuracy. And if anyone starts moving forward, we can always use the Prey of Anathrema. We'll use that when anyone gets too close to hurting us. Yeah. Line of sight must be a little bit weird. Alright, let's roll back. I think those depth guard might be much faster than us. Oh, and there's a Morgul too. Well, if anyone gets too close... Oh, this is a new thing for us. Oh, we gotta be really close. Okay. That's no problem. These guys need to start running lest they get killed. How about we scoot forward a bit with our archers? Keep on running, y'all. Get down here. Markus is pretty slow. Oh, he's having his... Yeah, that's the danger. I didn't think about the Morgul. The Morgul has an aura that slows. It is the chilling aura, so minus 36% speed for everyone caught in that. Alright. Well, let's post up here. You can always post up there. And we're going to go around with the cav. It's time. Laura needs to get out of there. I think the Morgul went on her once she's tried to shoot her her arrow Kuranos. There we go. And he's going to get melted. And we have tons and tons of extra ammo, so we're not going to stress about it. It's not a big deal. That looks like a Spirit Leech. Okay. No problem. And let's keep those depth guard as far away as possible. Let's Amber Bow once again. And then if that lands, we're going to focus shot Luther. Using the Reichsguard to keep these bombers off of us. Huh. Well, people are getting melted, that's for sure. And not because of my great play. Oh no. These are bloated corpses, by the way. We can't let them get anywhere near us. No good targets, really, for anything. Alright, Reichsguard, let's get out of here. And this is looking like a done deal, y'all. Not even really particularly good play on my part, which is excellent. Because that means our build is so strong I can't even mess it up. On the open field, anyway. This is not a build I really want to be taking into certain types of combat. Like sieges, for instance. Let's see if we can wrap up that gunnery white. Vampire Fleet Captain, sure. Yeah, guys, I'm just... It's not that I'm not feeling it, it's that I'm still a little under the influence and feeling kind of slow. We have so many activatables on this squad, too. It makes it hard when I'm not feeling 100%. So Focus Shot did nothing when he's not hurt. I did that as a bit of a test just to see what would happen. And Luther, let's take a second to look at his model before he gets wrecked. Oh, God. And, of course, our Huntsmen do anti-large damage, and he's not a large target. But with this much focus fire, he's just going to die. Luckily, we were able to get that Morgul Haunter off of us. Oh, crap. Get that off me. That was the ability, I don't remember what it's called, but it's... I think because we attacked them in their territory, they have that ability. So, obviously we were carried that battle by our Huntsmen and Steam Tank. They did great. And I think our Vanguard deployment of the Reichsguard and stuff was a pretty smart little play. Allowed us to take out the cavalry. Or the artillery. Man, I mixed them up both ways today. That's nuts. So, if I can't win through my sheer skill alone, which I'm feeling like I have none right now, I need to try and win through understanding the game and how to play it right. Like, doing things like Vanguard deploying and things like that to help me out. So we defeated Luther Harkin. So it says, although a deadly foe has been defeated, one has to wonder if all his personalities have been slain. So that's pretty cool. It's going to give Markus 15% magic resistance. He's basically a dwarf now. He's got 75% magic resistance. That's so stupid. And plus 10 leadership when fighting at sea. Very cool. And yeah. Some good armor. Does anyone need armor? He does. 10 armor on her is great, because she doesn't have a lot to begin with as a Waystalker. Alright. Did we have something here that would give us like faster move speed when someone was around us? This is plus 4% move speed. Not nothing. This is all to increase his damage. Melee defense. There's a lot of like self-buffing that we could do on Markus that would be amazing, but what we've been working towards this entire time is sharpshooter. So missile damage plus 12%. Well, let's start at the beginning, my bad. So missile resistance plus 15%. It's as if our huntsmen are going to be using like little shields now. They're going to have another 12% missile damage and then a reload time reduction, which usually translates into like missile damage. And now we can get stand your ground as well, which gives melee defense as well as leadership. It's just a way better version of rally. So missile damage on these guys is 132, but they're the Regiment of Renown. They're not a good base test. But all of these guys are now ridiculous. So, and then not to mention missile resistance. So they're going to be able to out-skirmish other units. And that's great. Further jack up his melee defense. And that item that we picked up, or that follower rather, is plus 2. Let's just cycle through. Somebody probably is missing a follower. Sure. Perfect. We even had that one sitting in there too. So extra 20 magic reserve. That's huge. And I think that's pretty much all the movement we have, unless we want to move. Can we hold on to this? Looks like I think so. Go for the herbs. We can go straight into the Awakening right now, and I think we will, because it's the only thing that's going to protect us from the siege damage, and it'll keep him, Luther, from dropping another stack here. So now we have a really big option. So we can fight them right now. We don't have much of a force for climbing walls. Great swords will do okay, but they'll be fighting depth guard once they get to the top. What we need, and we don't even have good artillery to knock down towers. But huntsmen will be able to absolutely rake the walls. We just have to kind of weather the storm. Maybe put our heroes in under the gate and let them fight in melee with some demigriffs, something like that. I think we can beat this. The problem they have with this force is that a lot of this stuff sucks on the wall. So Rotting Prometheans can't do anything on the wall. Moranguls can't be on the wall. Mortars will probably be very effective. Necrophag's Colossus will be locked behind the wall. So a lot of these units are going to suck in a siege. If we can nuke down those depth guard while they're just standing around on the wall and try and take very little damage from the towers themselves, I think we'll just be fine. And we can Vanguard deploy, which I don't remember if that matters. It doesn't look like there's a Vanguard deployment zone in front, or at the very least it won't be very deep. So we can get a little bit of a head start. So in my... Oh, look how awesome this city is. I don't remember the last time I tried to take a Vampire Coast city. Hopefully the graphics are looking great for you guys. For me, this is unbelievably beautiful and clear, but I think sometimes when I upload it stays stuck at like 720 instead of 1080p, and I don't know why. But look how awesome. They basically put a ship inside of the Vampire Accounts buildings. But they look amazing. What is this, like a big... Yeah, okay. Some cannons in the center. Very cool. Just take a second to like soak it in, because this is the little stuff that it's easy to not care about, and then, you know, you're just doing these robot sieges that are so easy or difficult that it becomes not fun. So always take a second to kind of look around. I can see ships off in the distance. That's really cool. These crazy looking towers that would not would not ever work, I don't believe. So we're going to attack from this point, but we're not going to cheese it completely. My only thought right now is for whether or not I decide to focus down this tower with the steam tank, or should I just shoot at the gatehouse with the steam tank or just send in the Reichsguard and let them attack it, and just keep the focus of the steam tank on that one tower. So we'll put our archers here, spread them out a little bit. Good thing they're in loose formation. I don't believe that their missile resistance counts towards towers. I don't think it does. I could definitely be wrong on that. I think towers shoot more of an artillery style projectile. Like I said, I could be 100% wrong though. We're gonna come in here and we are going to crush that gate. And we're gonna do the same thing with this crew. They're just gonna fight in melee. They're gonna fight in melee. And they're also, yeah, they're just, she would probably be the only one who I would want to keep pulled back because I think she has the parabolic arc. Wulfhart probably does too, to shoot onto the wall and over the wall. She also has Arrow of Kurnos, which I like to make use of. But once, we'll get into that once the battle starts. But for right now, let's lock those guys, that way I can move them easily. We'll lock them too. Okay. Let's shoot here. Get them going forward. Get them going forward in lockstep. And then get our infantry going as well. And we're going to make sure you have to hit Alt. Whenever you're using ranged units that you want to go into melee, you have to hold Alt and then right click, and that'll make them go into melee. So you don't have to like mess with, you know, toggle melee mode or any of that type of thing. So our huntsmen, by locking them and telling them just to like right click all right in front of them, they almost always move at the exact perfect range. Okay, and I don't think we need to focus this this tower. We're gonna kill these zombie pirate gunnery mobs very short order. And then there's gonna be no one here standing behind the tower, so no one's gonna hit us. And their towers are upgraded, so they have these like huge projectiles. I have no idea what they're shooting at. That's pretty bad though. You done messed up, buddy. We need that to disappear. Okay, we had multiple units run forward, it looks like. They are in guard mode. I don't think they should be doing that. They should be shooting at whatever they can reach. And then that's it. So we should be taking this in just a second here. Let's move forward and see if we can't shoot over the gates at the Necrofex Colossus. Killing that thing before the battle even starts would be awesome. And here we go. We're taking the tower for ourselves, and then we'll just chill on top of it. Once the gate goes down, which should be relatively soon, I'm going to bring my steam tank, actually. Would prefer that take a lot of the damage. Once the Reichsguard, let's see, let's pull the Reichsguard out. They need to fall back. So the Necrofex Colossus, it doesn't look like we're hitting him. I would have thought that we could have shot over this arch here, but it doesn't look like that's working so hot. Huh. Alright, as long as we're shooting, I honestly don't even care what we're shooting at. I just want to make sure that we're not gunning down my own men or wasting an unbelievable amount of ammo on something that we have no chance of hitting. So this gunnery white here is getting hit. Actually, let's not even attack him. Let's put the halberdiers on the Mournghouls. Let the great swords stand up here and fight. We could have been sitting back here and shooting at the gatehouse. I think that's probably what I tried to do, and it ran forward. It can be a little bit wonky. But we control this now. Shouldn't be any problems. Or we don't control it, but no one controls it is what I should say. Alright guys, shoot at the Necrofex Colossus. We'll put it back into a free formation. Okay, here we go. So Demigryph Knights in, for sure. Let's also get the steam tank in. The AI is pretty bad about getting through gates, so I'm always really cautious about what I do to get in. Okay. Steam Tank, are you in, buddy? Get in there. Y'all just shoot at whatever you can. Can't shoot at that. Makes sense? Let's try and use that new ability we got on Yorick. Maybe it has a huge explosion. Looks like he's throwing a grenade. Wow, that wrecked him. Okay, and let's send our buddy... Oh, we have another wind attack. Okay, you gotta be super close to use it. Let's come in here. Let's see, that wasn't a great cast, but maybe it was okay. So we shattered them. Very cool. And now let's get the Reichsguard in. And you know what, these Demigryphs, they should go over here and attack large targets. That's way better. We'll send the Reichsguard to help us with the Depth Guard. And we'll come back here and attack the Deck Gunners. Let's unlock them because they're locked in a weird formation. They have almost no one here, but they're still managing to shoot at us. Let's get in from an angle and see what we can hit. Reichsguard gonna get some charges here. Rotting Prometheans, not what we want to be shooting at, or fighting rather. Get Markus shooting the Necrophects. Let's get everybody shooting the Necrophects. And pop it there. Looked like a good hit. Great sword. Working well. Let's get our Halberdiers out of here before we lose them. I think they're just being killed by Deck Gunners. Let's try and get our Huntsmen up top. It almost never works. It takes them so long to do anything, it's awful. Steam Tank in. And these Reichsguard need to get out. They're going to come over here. And sure, halberds, demigryphs. Great swords, however. And the other halberdiers need to get out. Paladin's doing good. Lower their stats there. And let's get off these walls. So we'll lower their missile resistance. I don't think that'll do much. Let's give physical resistance to the great swords. They won't be able to move. Just shoot at them point blank, I guess. Does this only work on single target entities? I would have thought it didn't. I guess you just need more of an arc than I was giving it. Does that work? Hard to know. Use rally, make sure nobody starts routing on me. Once again, not my best siege, but once these huntsmen start taking the walls for us, we'll have some anti-large stuff happening. And it looks like they're all but crumbled. We have one healthy Reichsguard unit. Let's send them back here. That should be it. Okay. Whew. Pretty sure that's it. I don't think there's anything left. Oh, there's something hidden? Okay. Let's send some of our more healthy units to go in Sigurd. Okay, they crumbled. Not bad, though. Luther leaving that area was the only way we were going to take that, without multiple armies. We just didn't have enough frontline troops to bang it out and take the hits for us. Our huntsmen did great, as I expected. I think we used our units about as well as we could, considering the limitations of sieges. Sometimes you just gotta throw ranged units into melee and hope they can get some kills for you. What a great turn. Look at the sack value. Oh my god. We're just gonna occupy. They're Alright, and we finished Hertwig's predicament. So following your offensive against the Awakening, Hertwig unexpectedly vanishes from the expedition. After 2 days of searching, you find him in the cellar crypt of a large mansion in the old town, sitting in silence and staring at the decapitated corpse of a vampire with a stake through its chest. Beside him lies a severed head with flaming red hair. As you approach, the witch hunter seems unreactive to your presence, but then speaks as if in a trance, stating that he has finally achieved what he has come to Lustria to do. Oh, wow. Hunter's Call. Gets a ward save and melee attack. Or Legendary Physician. So this says, attempting such a calling indicates a tremendous strength of character. As long as there is battle and war and wounds, Hertwig's skill in saving lives will always be invaluable. I don't know what patch up is, but I love the replenishment rate and the hit points. This is what this entire army has needed this entire time, is a caster that can heal. And we obliterated the Vampire Coast. They're gone. And we've unlocked the Royal Outdoor Gryphites, which I would love to get. So following the slaying of Alistair the Red... oh, excuse me guys, sneeze. Following the slaying of Alistair the Red, Herr Doctor successfully moved on from his past and had become an invaluable aid to the expedition. As a token of your gratitude, you managed to get in touch with a friend in Altdorf's Cult of Shalia chapter to obtain a very special enchanted amulet, deserving of Herr Doctor's outstanding abilities as a physician. Oh, wow. So he has regeneration now. If he drops below 20% HP, he gets a huge hit point boost. So Hertwig uses the amulet to boost his life force at the point of death, which pulls him back from the very brink of oblivion, and also gives him 12% physical resistance, which is awesome. This beautiful green emerald has been imbued with the powerful healing incantations of the Cult of Shalia. Or Shalai? I forget, I think it might be Shalai. Ogre Blade. Oh, look at all the stuff we picked up. Alright, Hertwig is like a force to be reckoned with now. We still don't have a good talisman for him. I don't think he was using anything else besides that. Let's see. Slippery. There we go. So now he has an augment to increase his melee defense. But we want to give him his ward as well, the magic resistance ward. That's 2 levels worth.
Always get found out in the end.
And we've got a lot of stuff to do. So what did we want to do? I kind of wanted to give her... Speed always feels like a wasted thing, but it's really not. Let's go for the... Yeah, we needed this. I forgot this was 3 melee defense and 3 melee attack. That's huge. So that'll be plus 12, plus 12. That'll turn her into quite the melee-focused hero. And now we can get Stand Your Ground. Very good. And then Yorick here. What were we building on him? I see Overseer. Some of these blue ones would be good to get. Maybe we just get him a little bit of armor or something like that. No, let's get him some range. That 15% range, if he's ever going to be useful from time to time, he's got to have better range. But the Awakening is ours, and if we had sacked it, all of these things would have been, like, destroyed. So I'm kind of glad I didn't, because they already have a Tier 2 harbor. I'm happy to see a Shrine of Sigmar. We would have built that anyway. I am going to destroy this barracks. We don't need that. Oh, look, and a Tier 3 inn as well. So, all good stuff. I'm even kind of happy to see... I'll keep the Foundry. No reason to get rid of the Foundry. But if we're going to use the Foundry, we need to build an armory, or a blacksmith, which we can do in a different location. But here, we definitely need to get basic walls. And we could probably just afford to put a weaving house in here. And this will be a good place for income, as well as a decent place to get cav and artillery. So we could even, if we wanted to re-recruit some units, we could do it this turn. But without the blacksmith or the foundry, we can't get like great swords and things like that. You know what? Let me look real quick. Let's not get rid of the barracks. That's fine. We don't have anything else to replace it with. This is a huge city. Yeah, we'll just keep this. This is fine. Normally it's a 3-slot type of building. I would love to put it somewhere else. But the Blood Swamps is going to need dye, so I can't put it there. And then the Pox Marsh makes pottery, so I can't put it there either. So I think the foundry is going to have to go on this last slot whenever this is finally able to get upgraded. And we also have control of the entire area. We can increase the growth, potentially. Because we need to get these up to level 3. But I think we're just going to go with a good tax rate. And let's wait a turn, and we'll just go ahead and get the foundry in there instead of the money. That makes this an amazing place to have. And now, I think I have time for one more battle. Look at all the stuff that happened. Did I already demolish something? No, okay. I'm pretty sure our turn is now clear to go in and do other things.
The land provides.
We have a little bit of extra gold. Get a few extra spearmen here.
Markus Wulfhart.
And let's go up here to these lands we have yet to conquer, sadly. And let's give them a weaving house. More gold for us.
Protector of the weak.
And we'll assassinate this unit. Hopefully it works.
Heretic.
Huh. Weird. Okay.
Keen sight.
It's not letting me do a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's bugged? I don't know. Maybe the action was already by getting back into the I didn't have the gold at first, but I think the action I used was joining the party. I don't think that used to be that way. I think they changed that. But it's a good change. So I'm not mad at it. And Woodman's Hut, we'll build that. Anything else? I've got a little bit of gold. So we are done with 3 of these characters. That's awesome. So all we have to do now is conquer Itza. And we'll be good to go for the last mission. Let me take a minute here to read this to you guys. It's the last bit of lore on Herr Doctor. It says, what a God's forsaken place. No. Incorrect. In the time I've spent helping Herr Doctor, I have gotten to know him well, learning that his story is one of great tragedy not unlike my own. In his early days, Hertwig was a physician of Altdorf and distanced himself from the Von Hall name, hating its connotations. He cared little for the affairs of witch hunters, dedicating his life only to the practice of medicine and his beloved fiancée Matilda. One evening, a red-haired corpse was brought to his surgery with a stake mysteriously plunged through its heart. The young, naive doctor removed the stake during the examination, and later that night found the creature with its fangs buried in Matilda's neck. He desperately fought the vile monster off before it fled, but it was too late. To prevent Matilda from rising from the dead, he had no choice but to stab her through the heart and remove her head. Beset by anguish and grief, Von Hall felt he had no choice but to dedicate himself to the destruction of creatures of the night. With the red-hair vampire that killed his beloved now slain, he is grateful for my help, and guidance will now serve the expedition indefinitely. Awesome. Okay. Do we take this fight? It's a bunch of Skaven slaves, but they are, like, jacked up on chevrons. I feel like we have to be able to beat these dudes, though. The quality of troops is so much higher. Let's attack them and get them off of us. And get a little extra gold for this turn. I should have thought about this before, because we might have been able to afford that blacksmith. But we upgrade a lot of... We put in a lot of buildings, little buildings, income buildings. Stuff for trade. That was probably a better move than just building a foundry or blacksmith that we don't really need. Okay, we have range superiority in that we have handgunners. But when your only thing you can shoot is Skaven slaves, it's not really that big of a deal. So let's make sure they get the most out of this high ground. And we'll put the crossbowmen above them. We will outrange the slaves. They have their slingers, who can hurt you through sheer volume of fire.
Ready for war.
And let's just use our halberdiers as a bit of a defense there. And we can put...
Sigmar commands.
I always like to do my little fancier formations. But we'll keep it pretty blocky, because I don't think the slaves are going to be able to make it through. I think if we keep it nice and tight like that, there's no way they make it through. Take a playbook out of the dwarves, or a play out of the dwarves handbook, and we'll do that. We'll put our Empire Captain out front, and we'll use the Empire Knights as needed to cycle charge whatever we can. Put them out on the flanks here. And let's go. Make it happen. So we should have good lines of sight on pretty much everything. Blob up a bit more here. Move just a little bit further away. And let them come. We'll actually fast forward this a little bit. They're all slaves. If their leader, the Grayseer with Plague, gets in here, he could do some serious damage with some AoE casting. I'm taking that risk by blobbing up like I am. But if he gets too close, I'm going to snipe him out with the handgunners. Making sure I didn't forget to take all that off. Alright, let's get some charges. As long as they aren't braced. I actually don't even... Can they even brace? Interesting thought. So if I charge at them and they stop moving, that means they're braced. Yeah, weird charge. We'll just get in there. We'll distract some of these slingers. Maybe, hopefully the Grayseer will cast some stuff on the wrong target. I'm feeling like I should have put the handgunners in the back, because we almost can't reach. And let's go ahead and cycle these guys backwards a little bit. And Empire Knights, wow, not fine. Not really able to break out. Gotta give them an easy line to get away or else they'll get stuck. So Skaven Slave's gonna break on the Spearmen. And let's go ahead and turn here. Could probably turn here as well. Let's shoot. I'm totally mismicroing my cav right now. But I would have thought Empire Knights would not take so much dang damage versus slaves. These just have swords, so they're not really going to hurt us all that much. My halberdiers are taking some damage. If we already had that Empire State Troops upgrade that gave us increased armor by 15, that would be awesome for this. And of course they're looking for a way in. They're not really going to get it. And they don't want to take this handgunner fire. Let's actually shoot these. Once these Skaven Slaves break, we'll start slamming into the back of these slingers, which is really what it was all about. And Blessed with Filth on one unit is pretty pitiful. We can always, you know, move forward to attack the slingers. I'm content just to sit, though. These are not units we have to worry about replenishing. Let's shoot all of our ammo. Okay. You guys come over here and get these rear charges. We'll kill these two here, and we'll shoot there. And there we go. You guys just open fire. Once again, chubby formations really work for this type of play. The spaghetti line is actually screwing me over quite a bit. Empire Knight's gonna get an awesome charge into the rats. And the Grayseer has come into range of us sniping him. But I think it's probably just more valuable just to keep shooting at everything else. So they should break relatively soon. They have a ton of models, but we're killing them quite fast. Empire Knights are one of my favorite units on the Empire roster. But I always find that I get them so late in my campaigns that I don't ever get to use them. By the time, you know, I'm able to unlock Empire Knights, I'm able to get like Reichsguard or something even better. Which are really just better versions of Knights. Okay. Now it's time to move out, though. We've got these huge blobs. Come on, guys. Just shoot into whatever.
To us, the foe! Swordsman!
We'll come and attack them in the back here.
We serve
Let's see if we can't shoot here. Shoot here. Kind of shoot over everyone's heads.
ready! In range!
Please don't move forward. I hate that.
Swordsman!
And we'll try and box them in as best we can. We'll leave one unit here to attack. And we'll get the swordsmen to attack here. They're going to attack in a weird blob. But I was trying to make them go flat. That way all of their models would kind of line up. We're getting pinned in by Skaven slaves. That's no good.
Ready for war!
So let's come in here and pin them in. So nice little hill for our handgunners. They had no real large targets for us to take advantage. The line of sight was always going to be a little bit tricky. But they're starting to shatter. And that's that. And that's my alarm going off telling me it's about time to go get my kids from school. So, guys, this is going to be the last battle. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. It was a fun one. We kicked Luther out of the Awakening. We finished our doctor's quests and got him some new cool abilities. And we've repulsed the mass slave swarm attacking our once great elven port that we conquered ourselves. So, yeah, we're good to go. Not a lot of crowns for this, or gold, I should say. I play too many fantasy games with too many different types of currency. And that's going to be it, guys. They're going to attack us again, but all that means is we're going to get more gold from it. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, y'all, I will see you in the next one. Take care.